What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new YouTube video, and today was the first day deadlifting in an equipped suit, because last week I was still on vacation and I did my deadlifts raw. But this week it was finally the case that I would put on the suit and try deadlifting in it. To be fair, the suit I put on was a squat suit, so it's technically a very large squat suit. Which helps me enough though, right in this adductor area, to really get support there, and it allows me to especially get off the ground a little bit quicker than raw, but everything else is pretty much staying the same. The weight for today's top set was 270 kgs. I wanted to start off doing equipped deadlifts relatively light, because I honestly do not see any use for pushing deadlifts too hard, at least on an RP based scale. What I mean with that is that it does not make sense for me to push the deadlifts on the Wednesdays when I have my heavy squats on Saturdays, and the squats take way more energy, and they also take way more, or they need to have way more stability. Hence my lower back, I cannot fry my lower back too much without having a negative impact on my squat. The top set today was fairly easy. All 3 reps moved very easily, and also what I wanted to say is that in the suit I tend to have a way better slack pull, so you can already see the bar coming off the ground almost when I pull on it before I even get my setup done. So this is optimally what I want to keep up also throughout the entire prep, because that just means that I am able to create more tension, create more force into the ground, and already pull this so-called slack out of the bar. Just basically another powerlifting term, I guess, for creating tension and not pulling the bar from a completely dead stop. After deadlifts, I went on to squat with the safety bar at first. However, the experiment with the safety bar did not go too well, as I was not able to do anything really at all with the safety bar, because somehow I just could not squat for it to save my life. And so I decided to call it after 1 rep, and then just took all the weights off and I put the barbell back there, and then just did high bar squats. So what I want to do on this day is, we're now at a point where last block for the entire 6 weeks I only squatted on Saturdays, right? So I had 1 squat session, and what I want to do now is slowly get my knees and my legs working again on 2 separate days, especially with a quad focus. And for that I'm trying to aim for somewhat compound movements to put some more pressure and get accustomed or grow accustomed to more load throughout the entire week. This did not work so well with the safety squat, but with the high bar it is okay. I'm trying to do high bar squats to put, as I said, more focus on my quads and try and rebuild the working capacity. Will that help me? I think so. During squats and equipped, sure, there's a highly technical component to it, but at the end of the day, if you're too weak to push through, you're too weak to push through. So it's really important to generate some force and also use your legs to push the weight up, even though of course equipped squats are something different than raw squats, where it's more about how strong are you in total. Anyways, I was not feeling too great after the squats, because my knees also were not so happy, so I have to see how we can adjust from next week on. So just to sum it up, last week I believe I did high bar squats as well. They felt great. This week I decided to do SSB squats, because the cool thing about the safety squat bar is that it allows you to have your hands in front, right? What does that do? That alleviates some tension and some pressure off of your elbows, which in turn also allows you to just focus on your core being tight and your quads or your legs working. This did not pan out to be so great, so I went back to the high bar squats. High bar squats also didn't feel that great, and also caused some unnecessary tension on my back and my legs. My knees were also not too happy about it. So what I plan on doing for next week on is to maybe incorporate or switch back to belt squats. So with belt squats, you just have a belt around your waist, just as you have in my next exercise on dips. But instead of having the full weight on a barbell or any type of implement on your shoulders, you have it around your hip, attaching, and then you have more focus on just your legs working. And we have a pretty good belt squat in the gym, so why not use that from next week on, and then maybe even increase the rep range. So instead of 8s, I can even work up to 10s or 12s, and hence get more volume, get more out of the training, and hopefully have less strain on the entire body while still managing the injury on my knee. And finding this very fine line between too much and too little is very crucial for the next coming weeks, because the weights are only going to get heavier on the main days and not lighter. And I need to be ready to go and be able to exercise properly and to have the body set up well for the main days with the accessories that I'm doing on the secondary days. Anyways, I'm just gonna pump out some more dips here, and that's gonna be it for this training. I really appreciate you guys watching. Wish you all the love, all the power. Have a good one.